to Ace. Yuragi's here though. The cookie set up. Boundless Strike. Sunstrike's coming as well. And Ace, one right click away, and Yuragi takes it. On the other side, Amar did fall to Dyrachyo. And Celery able to get out, so no trade at the top lane, but a trade basically globally for both respective position 3s. Taiga, Dyrachyo, another raise, but not quite. Dyrachyo, Requiem, there it is. Do they have the raise? Yep, and Ace is here as well. Big kill for Gaimin Gladiators off of the Invis rune from Dyrachyo. But gonna get punished to a degree. Ace will fall.
Nothing comes for free. For the first time in the game now, a minor gold lead for Gaimin Gladiators, which, you know, usually you would look at this with the perspective of, all right, that's good, let's keep it up. But we know this team, we know how they play. A lot of the games that they win, or at least this year that they've won with a lineup like this right now, the gold lead would be 3K. And you are playing against a lineup that's running multiple minuses, so you do need to keep that pressure going so that they don't just naturally find more gold on the map that you can't because it doesn't exist. Right.
Well, Boom has his Blink Dagger. Yep. See how fast they want to expose it, if you will.
I'd love to see, if possible, for Gaimin Gladiators to, once they have Global Silence, try to make a smoke rotation with this tiny dagger, kill the Invoker mid, and look to pressure that tower with any strong Enchantress creep. It's a lot of things to have happen at once when you've already lost your top and mid tower, but I think you kind of need to get creative and start making invasive moves around the mid area, because otherwise OG are controlling what we used to call the triangle area. I don't know if we really should anymore because there's no third camp, but everybody knows it as that. But OG really want that area all the time because they are playing this greedy style with their Midas, and just Amar is also going and farming Ancients a lot of the time. So opening up the mid tower would give them more avenues to...
If you want to extend it a bit, and just the secret shop icon is the triangle.
That's true. Third point. That's actually true on both sides. I like that.
Thank you, Cinderin.
You're very smart.
Thank you, Cinderin.
Once in a blue moon.
Well, the smoke gank didn't end up resulting in a kill, at least not yet, although Yuragi is hunting. Celery inside the tree line here. There's the vision. Celery is mega dead. Again, just a support for Gaimin. Don't know if the Blink Dagger... what are they waiting for? Something specific? Are they waiting for the Global Silence to come back for Boom to reveal this Blink Dagger officially?
I'm not sure. It's possible that they were looking for a move. They didn't find the angle, and then OG were first to pounce, and they were like, all right, you know, the heroes that we were trying to gank didn't have this aggressive move from OG, but actually fail horribly. They don't know that they're...
Oh, avalanche! And the toss, Requiem to follow. Yuragi is mega dead, and here comes Ace with the Fiend's Gate. Misha's going to be the second kill, so nice pickups for Gaimin.
What a sick ward. Like, I totally understand OG don't expect there to be vision there minute 19 around their own triangle there, but that paid massive dividends. That's a huge kill on the Monkey King. You get a little bit of a bonus there, and obviously what OG were hoping for here was for the Shadow Fiend to go and farm the Ancients so that they could get that kill with Monkey Snap plus the Sunstrike. But Gaimin Gladiators one step ahead. They knew it was coming, and they set the trap. And that's going to result in a BKB now picked up on Dyrachyo, and he's immediately eyeing up that Aghanim Shard. It feels like it's different how people progress from this point on SF. We've seen some people get the Shard, we've seen some people go straight Butterfly, we've seen people go Daedalus in this slot as well. Scotty, there's plenty of options for what you can do on SF. I think the Shard is nice though, for how the game is going right now. You want the extra, I mean, even just the extra little bit of fear is actually very helpful.
Why are you laughing? Isn't that the best part? It's so good.
I mean, it's half a second, right?
He gets initiated on by Amar, who pops his newly picked up BKB, continuing to bash away. The Wraith Pact is placed. The Global Silence is not really going to dissuade OG from continuing any further. And Taiga, he's going to get the backup of the rest of his team now. Now the focus is entirely on Ace, and the Mortimer's Kisses are going to be enough. Double kill for BZM off the back foot of this. 3 dead for Gaimin as they are punished severely for entering OG's jungle.
The Global Silence there was expended, which means Misha could finally get to play a big part of his hero, which is always fun when you get to use your ultimate ability.
I have a mechanics question for you.
Yes?
For the Shadow Fiend, he has Specialist Array. How does that work if you get Shard and you're critting?
I'm pretty sure it only works in a minute. I think it follows the same rules. I believe when this item...
Because this could be a turning point for them in this game, no doubt about it. They're going to run right into Misha. Roche is abandoned temporarily, but Ace is caught out. Yuragi gets off his ultimate, but he's taking heavy damage, has to pop the BKB, and now everybody tries to reset. as the global silence comes in. Kind of resets this fight to a degree as Bloom gets the Avatos onto Misha. It's going to be close on this kill. Finally finds it. That's just the first death in this engagement. As you can see, Amar going to town on a BKB SF through the song. He's going to find that kill relatively easily, but he's going to be traded as a double kill for Celery of all heroes, and it turns into a 3 for 2. BZM has to ghost walk away. Yuragi's still fine and healthy. The rest of Gaimin might have to reset a bit as 2 cores have died. Really, the trade is for 2 supports as BZM nets the double kill thanks to that Sunstrike. And with that, Gaimin have to abandon this for the time being. We can see that Roche still pretty healthy, so it's not going to be an instant take for either team.
I wonder this fight that we just had break out there, where Ace got effectively forced down to 20% before he got out of the Monkey King ult. I wonder what that fight would have looked like if they globaled the Monkey ult. So we see it here, right? Yuragi jumps in and channels the ult there. If you global, he's just going to pop BKB and ult again, right? So I guess there was just no way out of this. But it is a really important thing for OG in this fight that Ace is that low. If Underlord has a little bit more presence, he can offer more protection here. For the Shadow Fiend by playing more aggressively in the fight, but he had to back off, and that gave Amar the angle to just go in straight away and just isolate Duracha out of the fight. Shadow Fiend is that big damage dealer for Gaimin. Oh, we're back to live here.
Yeah, we have mass TPs onto the outpost as the Mortimer's Kiss is coming, but not that much damage applied. As we can see, inside the pit, Roche still pretty healthy, but OG gonna try to start taking it now. Ace gets the Firestorm off, and here comes the tree volley from Boom, but not a whole lot of damage applied, mostly to Roche himself, as it looks like Silence is gonna get initiated, but Tofu gets the 4-step off just in time as BZM has to re-engage, has to reset completely as BZM is taking huge physical damage from Duraccio, and both teams neither have found a kill in this engagement, but smoke out from OG. Requiem trying to buy some time to be able to take the second Roche, and they get it. Duraccio with the Aegis and the Shard. They just lost they actually want to try to fight this as OG able to get the beautiful meteor onto several heroes, but Tofu and company able to maneuver onto the other side of the pit. They haven't lost anybody here. Who did they get the Roche kill? No. Oh, you're right. Duraccio snatched the Aegis, so
I think BZM Sunstruck the Roche.
Either that or an illusion from Naga, potentially.
I think it was Sunstrike.
Wow. I mean, either way, the Aegis and Shard are far more important at this stage than the gold that you get.
And they get the buyback on the snap, which is probably the least important out of all those four things.
Requiem, yeah, Sunstrike, you're right. Oh my god, what are the chances?
50%.
Quick robot map there.
Yeah.
62.5% accuracy on the Sunstrikes, not too shabby. When every hero has a stun, basically, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah, so depending on your perspective, maybe that's bad.
Maybe that's horrible, yeah.
Wow, you've missed 6 of this stuff once again, but maybe they're going to just try to defend it the aggressive way. They're pushing top, and
he's initiated on. The sheep stick is there.
Dire's top
he is deleted.
Is under attack.
They can actually force them back here. They can defend their tier 2 tower mid by pushing top. The OG or Gaimin Gladiators have to come back here. They're sending back the Underlord for now.
Forge Spirits won't be able to finish it off, although Boom, he's going to get ensnared, and you can see Gaimin have already TP'd a couple heroes, so they don't have that many in numbers. Boundless Strike connects as well. Duraccio has to Requiem to try to zone away the rest of OG, but there's the Sheep Stick and the Meteor with the Mortimer's Kiss. There's so much fire destroying the Stone Man, as BZM able to get his BKB off, but you can see the song being used, and now they're just going to focus down the BKB targets for the time being. So 2 dead in favor of OG. With the Wukong's command, Boundless Strike on to 2, and Gaimin are getting destroyed.
Oh, so clean. What an insane fight from OG. Everything landing perfectly. Man, great spellcasting series. The way they set up that kill on Tiny and take advantage of him not having BKB is just so clean, right? And snare into the scatter blast damage so he can blink, into the follow-up from the Monkey King. Just so clean.
Won't be as powerful as he could be. Scotty now picked up by Yuragi. That's 2 lanes. Now trying to go for the Megas. Boom. He's going to get initiated on mid-tree volley, and look how fast he dies again. Scatter Blast finishes him off. He does have buyback this time, though. But at this point, it's going to be Mega Creeps. As Gaimin, they're just getting zoned out by BZM with the delicious meatball surprise with that refresher. And the global silence is there.
Can't play. Like, he's literally just
He just dies on the outskirts as the rest of Gaimin are stuck in their freaking fountain right now.
Dire's top barracks
Good lord. OG, I think it's just the range racks on the top to be able to get those mega creeps as Uragi pops the BKB. Boom, with a pretty good tree volley, but not enough damage at this stage of the game. They're going to be able to finish off, and that's a dieback for Mr. Boom himself. And it looks like game one as GG's come out. Go to OG.
Witchblade. You know, Taiga is going to find Celery.
Indeed, inside the cogs. Ace is here to watch for the time being, but Dyrachyo pops the rage, and now the focus is on Taiga. Gets off the hook shot, and look at that range from Amar. They end up getting the support kill in the end as BZM gets off the hook. Doesn't want to go for the Rolling Thunder twice, but the Electric Vortex comes in. But you have to be careful to that Storm Spirit. The Infest into Ace with the trample. Not enough to finish off Taiga in the end as the Uproar procs. The cogs being used as a wall to be able to maneuver with this Rolling Thunder. That's going to be the death of Ace, and now the Chronosphere on his teammates, but the more important is on the Lifestealer, and Dyrachyo will fall as a result. Not the prettiest of plays, but OG still get it done.
I don't really know if OG could have done much more there. What I'm wondering is if there was a way for Ace to set that up better on the Primal, if they could have been quicker about it and gone on top of the Pango and then get the Pulverize off, but as we talked about pre-game, it is a hard Primal game. You really need to hedge your bets about how you go. We're going to see the replay here, so this is obviously one of the best matchups for Clockwork against support. Crystal Maiden, super slow, can't really break your cogs very easily once she's in there. You kill her off. Now the Viper Strike going to go into Dyrachyo, forcing the Infest here. And this is where, so when this Storm Jump comes in, if Ace uses his spell combo onto the Pango, I think they actually could potentially kill him there.
I hear the onslaught, and that is a lot of damage. Taiga is dead.
That'll do. To stuck with Rolling Thunder, like
it happens.
We're gonna see the replay here of it, so good global in my opinion. I think they have to kind of combo break here and get the Clockwork out of the picture immediately so they get a numbers advantage. And that Pango roll, and then this hero has some of the funniest moments in the game, but they were still okay.
It is painful at times.
Yeah, Roche, very low.
It is low, but the hook shot onto Ace, and it looks like Uragi's gonna get the Aegis, no problem. Ace now cannot get out of the cogs easily, and as a result, OG can pick him up. And now we're gonna continue on. Boom. Pretty low on mana, but BZM pretty low on HP. So they reset, maybe taking that first Roche for themselves. Now they're sporting that 4K lead. And the global silences, I mean, they've been consistently getting kills, but in like a Roche fight like that was essentially, they
incredible ability for a decent portion of the game, and the downside isn't as significant as it used to be with the laning stage. But now we're reaching that traditional state of Silencer that happens pretty often. Like it more on Storm probably, so he can play more YOLO, just jump in, expend his mana pool, get a second life, and try again. Because as it stands, OG's heroes are just getting so damn tanky. Viper with the 3k health as we've covered. You've got Greaves on clock. Tango's got
Uragi, he gets initiated on.
Okay,
he gets blown up from 100 to 0 instantly.
Like I said, they don't have the damage, Shannon. It's well, case in point right there.
If they're able to use, yeah, the shard does a lot of damage from Boom, of course, but and like I said, the open wounds, it does percentage-based damage. Doesn't matter how tanky you are. Of course, they do have ways to dispel it, but if you're going to be stun locked, then it eats through you very quickly.
I think Uragi was really surprised to die there. His 3k health and a tight. His jumps.
Oh, he's going to get hook shot on, and the item is still down there, but he pops the Uproar. No more bashes as a result, at least temporarily. Dyrachyo's come to play as well. There's a zip in from Boom. The focus again onto Uragi, and he's dead again! Third time they've done this. Taiga, he's in his jetpack, and he's TPing home. They find a lone Jakiro, though. So Misha drops to the deck, and Gaimin seem to be on the BZM. That'll be a dieback. Okay, zip. Okay, that's the Aghanim Scepter. Electric Vortex onto both supports, and they're both dead just like that. And now, pulverized, but the Eon Disc procs is BZM trying to find some distance. Dyrachyo Company trying to focus down Uragi again. There's the onside. There's the first death.
Do they have more stuns?
We'll see. On back in, Frostbite is dispelled instantly. Celery getting it, okay. Boom goes in with another big stun. The Yule's keeping BZM alive, but this might be the death of him. Gets off the shark, and the swashbuckle, he's alive! But there's the onside again! Are you serious? BZM still lives! That would have been an enormous kill. Just
back.
A
so
very late game
yeah,
BKB.
he got it minute 53. Okay, Taiga.
That could be the kill onto support, but there's a global silence. Boom comes in with a beautiful electric vortex onto 2. The support is already dead, and Amar extremely low on top. But he pops the cheese. Now it's taking the right clicks from Dyrachyo, but there's the Chronosphere with the macro pyre on top. Isn't enough to take out Dyrachyo. It's going to be close. He gets silence, so cannot rage, cannot use open ooze, but he dies and buys back. 3 dead for OG. No buybacks available, and that might do it. Gaimin will have a free path to this next Roche.
They're going to get
free
Misha
path
too.
potentially for the game.
Misha doesn't have buyback either.
Indeed.
4 dead on the sidelines.
Misha is done.
If they've kept track of the buybacks, they don't do this. So Gaimin Gladiators don't actually know the game state here. This is 100% over if they just push.
It's always very...
Absolutely no way Void could defend this.
Maybe they're just going for stats. They need Roche kills, Cinderin, to get their quest completed.
Yep.
Maybe that's a bonus that Gaimin Gladiators, the org, will give them. The more Roche kills.
We promised you would bring you the...
Oh, we get to see Life Stealer at mid-center. Hiragi, he's going to get punished. The sheep stick is there. Please use Infest on top of him. For the love of God, no, we won't. But it's a full team wipe, and...
Skill is still holding his point. There's the glimpse.
Oh, Hiragi! Ace gets credit for that one, and this bottom lane, absolute disaster for OG.
This is just such a high-pressure lane. It's Axe spam, Thunderstrike spam, Glimpse now dealing damage. I think perhaps the mindset that people have when they see Disruptor picks where they're like, this is a position 5, is a little bit outdated. Because now that Glimpse deals damage, I think he offers a lot more in offensive dual lanes. Sponged up damage.
Oh, we have the gank here coming out from OG, and they're going to find themselves, boom, gets off his ghost ship, but no avail here.
Easy in with a tip, missing the arrow on the Sand King stun.
Doesn't need it. But they do see this juicy stack, and be a little bit of a slow one, but we have the Glimpse top lane, Static Link, and the Roar expended. Looks like BZN is going to tick out here one way or the other. Amar, able to TP top. They might find the trade on Tofu, but see Celery is in his Flesh Golem form. That Soul Rip available, and Dyrachyo has come to play as well. You can see the Tombstone dealing a huge amount of slow here.
Nice from Amar.
Able to find another kill in favor of Gaimin.
Well done.
Dodges tier 1 tower.
Dodges the Glimpse with Burrow Strike. One of the only mobility spells in the game that can do that. If not the only, actually. It has to be a short list. If you time it, the way it works is that...
Storm Spirit.
Yeah, Ball Lightning. No? I don't think you can with Ball Lightning either.
Tower is under attack.
So, Burrow, there's a pretty big difference between OG's lineup in this game and the previous, in game 1 when they had the Monkey King.
The Moonlight Shadow coming out. Boat is coming, though. Looks like Taiga's going to be the recipient of that again, and 2 supports likely to fall right off the bat for OG. 5v3 advantage. Tofu, never mind. Needs the support to fall for Gaimin now. Yuragi's going to be found out, though. This will be a huge kill. Song ends up resetting for OG. This should open up Gaimin Gladiators' way to just push down the mid lane potentially, but Amar's thinking the same thing. Takes out the next wave.
Invisibility.
Managed to cut that. This is pretty crucial for him, buying that time. I think if he doesn't do that, that tower's gone. So, good job there. Effectively delaying the game so BZM can close in on a BKB, and Yuragi surviving there also very important. But you're seeing the pace that Gaimin Gladiators can put with this
Amar and
Taiga.
company try to initiate Taiga. Coming out, Ace again getting locked down, Sunstrike to follow again. Pops his BKB finally. There's the Primal Roar now on top of Amar. Still with the BKB, but let's see, Requiem from the sideline. Not quite enough to take out Amar here. But the axe out, he gets out of that as well. Amar, slippery man.
They still have vision on him for
They
Glimpse.
do. Finally, Glimpse back. Double kill for Tofu of all heroes. That's true. Gem drops. Unfortunately for Gaimin, Roche not up anytime soon.
Dude, if I'm honest with you, the game could have almost... I'm not going to say the game could have ended there, but Amar did not find the stun of his dreams there. He actually had a 3-man lineup, but he only hit the first guy. I think didn't manage to click on the back hero in that stun.
No connection quite yet, but the glimpse finally comes in. Able to get the vision at the last moment as Taiga gets dropped. But OG not afraid. They want to continue on. Amar able to get the one with the Burrow Strike. Requiem, kind of the zoning. Oh, they pop the BKBs to try to get away from the song. Kind of an awkward engagement overall. I don't know, but the Ice Path connects onto 2. Tornado to follow. both supports controlled right now. It's Misha trying to outrun these Triceratops and zombies and gets destroyed by a Hawk, it looked like. Triple Meteor now. BZM just playing with his food. Not able to land that ghost ship, so BZM finds the distance.
Now that would be an interesting team fight to have the True Sight audio on. Because like, go back. I don't know, I'm out, guys, I'm still here. Okay, I'm coming in from the side. OG did not seem like they were on the same page with what they were trying to accomplish with that song. Kind of, I mean, it's one of those moments where you might have a really good idea as one player, and then one thing you're counting on from someone else, they're a little bit too far away or whatever, and you end up like walking back and forward. Considering how that was looking, I think getting out with 2 support deaths is probably pretty decent for them. Because that could have got really scary if they had chosen to commit a little bit too much. So end up settling for that relatively minor loss, and I think it's time for both teams to start having a look at good old Stone Guy. Exciting.
Very good, like I said. Wolf is still alive, in case you're wondering.
Yep.
Hawks have been spawned. But surely there's going to be sentries in the area, yeah. The dual breath. An idea that this is here.
Forge Spirit's really important there, actually, giving him some much-needed information.
Amar, the Tombstone comes out, so that cancels the Blink Dagger, but here's the song just to kill Tombstone. See if they can turn this around on top. The Ice Path connects onto Celery. Dyrachyo gets off the Requiem as well, but it doesn't really connect on much. Ace gets the Blink up with a nice double burrow from Amar. Inside this kinetic field are 2 members of OG. They find the first support, so 1-for-1 to start. Buybacks galore, though, as Dyrachyo trying to right-click his way out of this, but he is not doing anything, it feels like. The Death Requiem comes out. Ace and the rest of Gaimin on the run. Epicenter, Amar, all right, blinks to the high ground. On the other side of the ice wall, and it looks like this is going to be the death of Boom at the very least. OG trying to clean up even more as Ace on the high ground, being slowed to a crawl and being brought down again. And OG in prime position to move on here in the lower bracket of TI11.
Yeah, if they were to just push now, they would get megas. There's 2
quite a while. Plenty of time for OG to try to finish this right here, right now. The Burrow Strike onto the Disruptor. Does have buyback, though. Cellar's going to be spotted in the trees. Tornado not going to connect. Along with a Sunstrike as well. Looks like he'll make it back into the fountain. As the song being used to control them. Ice Path. Oh, BKB from Dyrachyo, but if you have to use that next to your fountain, that's probably good news for OG. Glimpse back on a Taiga, but the Mega Creeps have come. The zoning is successful. Trying to focus down. A beautiful Burrow Strike from Amar. Ice Path to fall, but Dyrachyo with the Requiem from a good distance here, but they're really just working on the illusions. That's what's taking so long. Again, OG 4 minutes on the Aegis. Now we have to deafening blast. The 6 meteors come out, burning them in their own fountain. Epicenter to follow. Gaimin Gladiators will fall as OG will move on. Ace, the last remaining member of Gaimin, but he's going to die inside the fountain as GGs are called. So Gaimin Gladiators, a great year overall, but eliminated here at TI11. And OG will move on.
OG.
Yep.